It's like a serial killer wrote them. It's blurred, but
And that's our cold open.
I have terrible parents.
It's like a serial killer wrote these. Michelle, did you write those?
No, she just told you. She had her serial killer do it.
Oh, right. How could I forget?
My alter ego serial killer. Who moonlights as a witch.
And with that, welcome everybody to That Geek Show, a podcast for the nerds and geeks out there. This week we are covering the event. I'm gonna say the event known as Comic-Con. This year was obviously at home, like most things have been this year. So we're just gonna go through the panels that we watched, some of our favorites. Maybe some that you skipped or can still go watch. They're all up on YouTube right now under Comic-Con's official channel. And they actually have them all broken down into playlists of every day that they were supposedly supposed to take place. So, without further ado, let's introduce the panel today. I got with me Michelle over here to my... that way. Okay. Hello, Michelle. Down there we have Katie. Hello, Katie. And with us, we have the floating avatar known as Geo again. He is also here.
Yep. Right there. That's what I look like in real life.
Yeah. It's pretty close. Just beanie on all the time with the headphones.
Yeah.
Must be so popular.
All right, so we're just going to go around the panel here. We're going to talk about... I just want you guys to list off your favorite one that you saw, and then if we also saw that one, we will chime in. And after that, we'll just go through the rest that we individually each saw. So... why don't we start off with Michelle? She probably saw the most out of any of us. Well, actually, probably Geo did, but we'll start with Michelle because she has. She has notes, so we'll go with Michelle first. Michelle, which was your favorite panel that you saw from Comic-Con at home?
You know what? I actually really like the Bob's Burgers one, because I kind of just watched it on a whim because I enjoy the show. But that one, I don't know, it was just a lot of fun. It was. You know, everyone seemed like they were in good spirits. They gave us some premiere dates, September 27th. And we got to see a little clip of one of the new episodes, so that was fun. Apparently they've been in production this whole time, right. Whereas a lot of other shows stopped, which I didn't, but I don't know, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
the show's a lot of fun.
That was the biggest thing I took away from the little part I watched was that, like, I think the producer was talking about how... the coordinator for all that, as soon as like everything got shut down, she got everybody set up to work from home within 3 days, like right after the shutdown happened. Like, so like they didn't skip, they didn't even skip a beat. They just kept working like past that.
Oh yeah.
So they're cool. They're kind of on, and then apparently we're gonna get a Halloween episode. We're gonna get a 200th episode. The usual. What do you call it? Christmas, Thanksgiving stuff. So I'm excited.
Dude, they're gonna go to
puts me in a good mood.
The hotel too.
The hotel.
Yeah, they're going to the hotel.
Yeah.
Which
that's the Halloween episode.
Yeah, it looks very good. Yeah. I think they're, like Michelle had mentioned, everyone was pretty upbeat. Kristen Schaal actually was hilarious. She seemed the most excited to be on a panel. And I don't know, she was like very alive.
Oh yeah, no, she was definitely the most animated. Yeah, you could tell from the moment they introduced her, she was like, "Hi!" I was like, "Whoa!"
Very excited.
Jeez, somebody took their happy pills today.
Yeah, the clip they showed was very funny.
Yeah,
can't wait. It just amped me getting ready. I'm always down for some Bob's Burgers when it comes on during the fall. My only gripes about it is that you never know when it's going to go on hiatus. And then the last episode always comes and you just feel like it's over and you're like, oh crap, I wasn't mentally prepared to watch the season finale. And here we are.
I think
it always sneaks up on you.
Yeah.
I think with shows like that, like I've gotten used to the serial shows that I actually watch and I can time it, like I can figure it out. I'm like, all right, it's getting close to Christmas, like we're not going to see anything back until like February, and then nearing like April, May, I'm like, all right, mentally prepared, it's going to be gone for a while, so kind of
they
time
just
it.
have like 2 breaks.
Yeah. Katie, you didn't see this one, right? You didn't see the Bob's Burgers one?
I didn't see the Bob, not yet.
All right.
The beauty of it is that I can see what you guys like and see the better ones. Because I saw, you can only see so many in a couple days, so the
Bob's Burgers panels is always so funny. They're always really funny live, so I figured this one would just as good.
Did you get to see the table reading they did one time? It wasn't this, but they did a table reading one time for one of the episodes, and it was pretty great.
I think I was there. I might have been for that table reading. Yeah. I don't know. I remember the first time that I went to go see a different panel, and Bob's Burger was going on before, and I'd never seen it before. And what I saw was funny, but just didn't know what I was getting myself into. And it was good. I got some free merch out of it, and yeah.
Is that what got you watching the show?
No, actually, no.
Oh, okay.
It was far later than that. Yeah.
Wow. You're like, remember
that? I'm trying to convince Erik to be Jimmy Jr. to my Tina.
Oh, that'd be hilarious. Oh, it'd work out so well, dude. That'd be funny. Right? Then you could do his dance too.
Erik was... Wow, do that again.
Yes, Jimmy Jr. is a passionate ballet dancer.
Dude, we should,
or interpretive dance,
we should coordinate a cosplay for Bob's Burgers. I have the perfect...
I told Michelle we should do that.
Yes, dude, Michelle
You don't want to be Jimmy Jr.
Other Michelle wanted to be Louise, and I was going to be Coochie Kopi.
Nice.
That's a good one.
That's a good
one. You should dress Wally up as the melted one from that one episode.
Oh my god. Oh yeah. Well, Wally's for those who don't know is my cat. So. Yeah.
All right.
To stalk his cat.
Stonks. All right.
His birthday yesterday.
So Michelle, that was your favorite one out of the lot?
Yeah, it's kind of tied, but I guess it was just so much fun that I couldn't help but I love it. It was great.
Right on. Katie, what was your favorite panel that you saw at Comic-Con?
Favorite panel that I saw was probably The Boys, the one that was premiering on Amazon soon. We got a season 2 date, I think. I don't remember it, but we got it. I should have taken notes.
Everybody mocks the notes until you need them.
Right? It comes out sometime this year. I think September or something. Everything comes out in September. We're just going to go with that. Or November or something. And apparently season 3 is also announced. So
yeah, they already got greenlit.
That's pretty unusual for a season 3 announcement before season 2 is even hit the air, but I'm okay with it, I guess. We'll see how this season goes. The whole cast was there, which was cool. Yeah, oh god. Why? I don't know why they chose that one.
Oh, it was so funny.
So sad. And then he's talking about it, and he's so proud of it, too. He's like, oh, we were building that whale since the first day we were lit. I was like, what? And they're like, yeah, from the very first day, we were building that whale. Season 1 hasn't even aired yet. We're building the whale. I was like, oh, okay.
I'm assuming they do so much more with that whale since they built it, so there's got to be more to that particular scene they showed.
I don't, he was saying he was picking his, whale blubber out for, weeks, so other than them being inside the whale, I don't think a lot happens with the whale, other than they went into the whale and it blew up and they got guts inside.
I really hope not, because I honestly, the Deep is by far one of the most underrated characters.
Don't spoil it too much. Michelle's only seen, I think, the first episode. So.
I think he's supposed to, though. That's kind of the running gag, or the running joke, is that, because Aquaman has always been very,
Michelle took her earphones out, so I guess we could talk about it.
Has always been very downplayed, so I feel like they're just sort of keeping that going with the...
Yeah, it's so good. I highly, highly recommend if you haven't seen The Boys, watch The Boys, because it's super funny.
Would you like to see a man have a relationship with a dolphin?
Oh,
gross.
God.
No, I don't want to see that.
Well, it
So
has.
sad. Why do they have to do that to the whale?
Oh my god, that was hilarious during the panel when they brought out that like fan question.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
The fan question, just the dolphin. God. And he's just sitting there like, He's like, yep. Okay, responding to the question.
So good.
All right, so I did take some notes. Katie, September 4th, by the way, for your previous.
September.
September
Don't even
4th.
need
It's
it.
coming up real quick.
A steel trap. I mean, I'm sure it was postponed. I'm sure we'd have gotten it earlier, but
Yeah, it came
I'm
in-
glad that we're
No,
getting
I think
anything
it
at
was
all.
In track.
Didn't it come out in July last year?
Finished
Oh,
filming.
okay.
No, I think it was done filming, and then they wrapped up at the end of like when COVID was starting, but they was just in post production. So a lot of people, I think, just did some small ADR around their home and they just sent it over. So I don't think it's slowed down at all.
So yeah, some of the notes I took. Carl Urban was talking about his character and how he's going to go through different character development and how the motivation, I guess, has changed this year or this season compared to last season. Whereas last season, he was trying to get revenge, and this season, I guess, he's going to be trying to basically rescue his wife, whether she needs rescuing or not, I guess. So that'll be a central plot, I guess, of the story. Apparently Homelander is going to go even more off the rails. The actor who plays him was talking about it. I was just like, good, because that's the best part about Homelander. Like, he is a villain you love to hate. That's all good villains. Like, bland villains are just ugh, but good villains are like, man, I fucking hate this guy and I love hating this guy. Like, I want to see him go even like further, off the rails.
Definitely felt like there's a reason for him being so evil. It's like he's just too powerful and he never had any love.
Well, he was raised in a laboratory, basically.
Yeah. That would traumatize
and that's why he had
anyone.
that weird, mother love experience.
They always have to bring out the whole scene with him and the milk and the...
Yeah.
The whole Brody.
And it's just so sensual. Ugh. They love to just get a rise out of people, though.
Apparently Starlight's going to be around again. I didn't think she would be, but apparently she's going to be just trapped in her situation and have to make compromises on her morals, which they leaned into a little bit in the first season, but I guess they're going to they're going to test those waters even more with her character this season and see how far that, she can be pushed over the edge to
And we get a new character also.
That was the first clip that came out
Fun.
before the trailer. Yeah, she's cool. I was digging that.
Yeah.
she's the influencer that's going to be on the team. You could totally tell.
That's great.
You can tell Homelander loved it too. He's like, great. Everything about the character, like the actors' dynamic with each other on that show is just perfect. Like, the casting is A+. Apparently A-Train survived the Compound V heart attack, which I guess we could have assumed, but they just confirmed it. There's other speedsters in the world, which I guess, the Flash still exists, so apparently...
But that already existed in The Boys. He had the race that he had to do that he was so afraid, where he was injecting himself with the compound already.
They said beyond Shockwave, though, there's more opponents that they're going to have.
There's probably other heroes out there. I wouldn't doubt it.
The guy who plays Huey said his character is going to be more self-sufficient this season and try to rebuild his relationship with Annie. You guys already talked about the mother's milk.
Yeah. Did you see the trailer? That not during the panel though. I think it was released separate.
Oh, the first trailer that came out before Comic-Con? Yeah.
Yeah.
That was very good. Very well done.
I feel like that fits it like just perfect. Just probably how the season is gonna go out. Gonna be some raw topics though that are the whole white supremacy deal and everything that's happening right now. Just gonna so current with events. I'm wondering how that's gonna.
That's on point.
Dude, yes.
All right, so we'll wrap up
Watchmen?
with the boys here, so Michelle can put you can put your earphones back in, Michelle. Now, there we go. All right, you're back. Michelle's back. We're done talking boys and spoilers and stuff. So.
all right.
But yeah, that was one of my favorite too, Katie. So right on with that. Yeah, very good panel, very well done by them. Gio, what was your favorite of Comic-Con at home?
I don't know, man. I had like 3 different favorite ones for 3 different reasons on their own.
You can talk about it. It's fine.
But I mean, one to me that felt like a true Comic-Con panel was New Mutants. That one to me felt like I was actually at Hall H watching these people talk. It's very informative. They showed clips. They had contests going on. They were engaging with the fans. So to me, that one felt to me more at home, and it was cool seeing New Mutants, and they kind of played jokes on themselves because they've been delayed so many times. I think there was a joke on there that they were going to delay the panel at some point. So it's just, I don't know. I'm looking forward to New Mutants.
Are you?
I am. And
okay.
I mean, it's for me, it's not necessarily, may not be the greatest, of Marvel movies out there, but it's different, and it doesn't look like the other ones out there, and that's what sets it apart for me. I for one always look forward to the 20th century movies, all those X-Men, because they were different from the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and I don't know, it just, they're not the greatest. They were still entertaining to me. I like the characters and the actors they chose, and same goes for this new movie. So, I'm, may not be great, but I don't think it'll be awful. So, we'll see. Come in August, crossing fingers, because
yeah. So that was my biggest question: is what do you think is going to happen now that? I mean, we haven't talked about it yet, but Tenet officially got a new date for an international, but not U.S. Everybody but us is going to get it first because, U.S. sucks.
Right.
So what do you think is going to do you think they're going to try to push it out, or do you think it's going to go straight to Disney Plus or VOD?
Here's my thing. I feel like they shouldn't release it to video on demand.
Okay.
I think they're still, from what I'm understanding, the theaters still want to open in July. Honestly, I went to a drive-in theater.
The drive-ins are open.
Yeah, the drive-ins are open, and they are packed.
Yeah.
Are we kidding?
Yeah.
They're super packed. There may not be many of them, but they are packed.
Yeah.
And
there's only like 4 in the whole SoCal area. Maybe 5.
And given, honestly, if they were to open this movie at the theaters, wherever it may be, I can guarantee it's going to be the biggest blockbuster opening. They're going to make more than what they initially made.
Well, just because people are going to be hungry to get back out there, yeah.
Exactly.
Although I don't know, because I saw the reopenings and they're only going to do 50%, so I don't know. You can't sell as many tickets.
Yeah, you can't sell as many tickets, but you can definitely do what you did with Avengers and kind of sell tickets throughout the rest of the night, still keeping it at 50%.
Yeah.
Work those late nights and just keep continuous.
I think you have a very optimistic attitude toward this movie.
Oh no, no. I'm like, the thing, like, don't get me wrong, drive-ins have their faults. I think living in Los Angeles County or any part of California, well, most parts of California, given that we have terrible smog situation, you can't get the full experience at a drive-in theaters. There's a lot of light that still kind of goes through it. So many of the dark scenes, which I'm pretty sure this movie has a ton of them, you can't see very well in a drive-in theater. I can tell you that right now. It's not the same. But I'd probably still watch it at a drive-in if I had the opportunity.
Right on.
Yeah, but anyways, that's the panel that I was most excited for. There were a few other panels that I really enjoyed. What We Do in the Shadows was really good, and also the Constantine anniversary.
Yeah, I was going to talk about that one. Yeah, that was going to be one of my favorite if you wanted to talk about that, Gio, too.
Yeah, we can jump into that.
Yeah,
go on.
I was so interested in it because I saw that on the list and I was like, why are they doing that's such a weird movie to do a 15-year anniversary for, you know? It's like I liked it. Not a lot. It didn't get critically acclaimed, if I remember right. Not a lot of people honestly remember it, but I mean, I love that just because I love Keanu Reeves and I love the weird. Like, it was such a weird movie with really good actors in it, and
it was a different genre of your typical comic book movie because it was very film noir, detective style type of movie, and I think it was definitely ahead of its time.
I think so
when
too.
It was released. I loved it. It was so entertaining.
You know what?
Especially watching it in the theater.
You know what that movie feels like it could be today? It could be like it almost feels like it could be like a Blumhouse horror movie today. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that style.
Sure.
Yeah. So
it was really good. Even like, God, dude, even like the effects on there were really good.
And they still hold up today.
Yeah, it's pretty decent effects.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really cool seeing Keanu Reeves too on the little Zoom or whatever you.
He did 2 panels, right? He did that one and the Bill and Ted.
Yeah, I think he did two panels. I was like, oh, look at him go.
Dude, his energy was just like way up in the clouds. He was so humble. He was so forward about
That's just Keanu, man.
He was super humble. It was wild. They're like, oh, how are you so amazing all the time? And he's just like, oh, I just I don't feel that way, but I just love work. And I was like, it was just such a pure energy. It's so crazy. But it was a good panel. I liked it.
Yeah, it's a good panel. They even they talked like, oh, could there be a sequel? And I was like, oh, come on, don't. There's not.
They're just throwing it out there.
Yeah, I was just like, no.
Studios are looking to.
I would love it,
right
but
now.
It's not gonna happen.
Yeah, I don't know how that would. I mean, I'm sure Keanu would be like sold. But
yeah.
I don't know. I like them talking about how they were going for a PG-13, and I was like, how?
Yeah.
I didn't see it all. I was like, it was R, especially the ending. But they were like, oh, if I would have knew it would have gotten an R rating, I would have made it R. And I was like, you did.
I mean, yeah.
But I just don't. I wonder how it would have turned out if they would have just went all in. It made me curious.
I wish Shia Labeouf would have been on the panel.
Yeah, what is he doing? It's not like he's doing
Who knows
anything.
what he's doing?
He should have done it.
He's probably living in a cardboard box for an art experiment or something now. You know. Oh, that's true.
What?
Michelle, your mic is low again.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, she was mentioning his new tattoo that he's sporting for the tax collector. Apparently, he got a giant chest tattoo for his new movie, The Tax Collector, that's being directed by David Ayer and being released on Netflix.
He got a real tattoo?
Yes, he got a real tattoo.
God.
And here's the kicker, though. He doesn't even have a shirtless scene in the movie. So
why would he?
That's just Shia LaBeouf, man.
Are we good?
Yeah, you're good now. Yeah, you're
that's
good
much
now.
better.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know why he keeps doing that. Ugh, stupid.
Skype Windows. But yeah, that panel was, I think, one of my favorite overall. It was just fun to see the creators and the star, back together, reminiscing and talking about a movie that's near and dear to my heart. That I loved. One of my favorite weird 2000s movies. 2000s.
It definitely made me want to rewatch it because I didn't remember a lot of it. What is it on, like HBO or something?
It might be, but I got a hard copy if you want it. I love that movie.
I have a DVD.
Could you spray it down with Lysol and mail it to me?
Sure.
That'd be great.
I'll ship it to you with a Lysol wipe in it.
Wow.
Oh, make me do my own work. I don't think so.
Make me do my own work. God.
I think it is on somewhere though. I think it's on Netflix.
No way. I would have seen it if it was on Netflix. I've been deep into Netflix. Let me just tell you what.
It's on something.
Or maybe it's just not recommended because it's not an anime. Netflix is doing that to me right now.
Oh,
Oh no!
You've broken the
But
algorithm.
They have Devil's Advocate if you want like a B version.
It's on Hulu, guys. It's on Hulu.
Hulu? Okay.
It was somewhere.
It's on Hulu.
Thanks.
Okay. But also so is Devil's Advocate, which is another Keanu.
That's
movie
another
I love.
great Keanu Reeves movie with Al Pacino.
Really?
Yeah,
I've never seen that actually. So
Oh, you must.
It's on Netflix. It's actually
might
really
be
good.
might be a double feature tonight.
There you go. Awesome.
All right, I feel like we got off topic. What are we talking about?
Constantine.
Right, Keanu. Hi.
Are you saying hi to Keanu?
Yeah, obviously.
It got awkward. So one of my favorite ones, since we're back on me, I was watching the Nathan Fillion interview, and what was it called? A conversation with Nathan Fillion, and they kind of went through his biggest hits. Basically, they started with Firefly, and Joss Whedon was there, and some of the co-stars are there. Alan Tudyk was there for a minute. Alec Tudyk was actually doing the interview from his car. He said while his wife was shopping in the store.
Wow.
It's just like, okay, cool. And then they went through Castle, and then his current show, The Rookie. So yeah. The first part was interesting. I didn't really watch his other shows, but I always just love watching Nathan Fillion talk and interact with people. He's such a nice, humble guy, like fun to be around. It seems like, I don't know. I feel like
my brother met him once.
Oh, really?
Oh, nice.
Oh, that's
He
cool.
served
Should
him
I
at Disneyland.
tell my Nathan Fillion story?
Oh, yes, please. Yeah, I didn't know you had one of those.
Yeah, dude. So it was probably the first or second year that I went to Comic-Con, and we went to a bar party. I don't remember who it was hosted by. It might have been
Zachary Levi?
No, Zachary Levi's party. Anyways, so we're like walking in, and then this dude walks in with a Razor scooter behind his back, and he walks right past me, and I get a big whiff of him, and I'm like, whoa, that was very potent smell. And then I take a second glance at it, and boom, it's Nathan Fillion walking with a Razor scooter, like, on his back.
What year is this?
Going up to the stage.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's my Nathan Fillion story.
That is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I have to get a Razor scooter now.
Please don't.
And then
I mean, for Comic-Con, those things are genius, dude. Walking everywhere was such a hassle.
Well, that's why they
I wear
put
my mom's shoes.
your mom's shoe, yeah.
I look like a freaking mom, like with my shorts that aren't too short and my mom shoes. But I am comfortable.
You gotta be comfortable at Comic-Con. So yeah, that was probably one of my favorite, and a lot of the ones you guys talked about too. We should probably talk about it. It wasn't at Comic-Con, but conveniently was during the Comic-Con panels on another convention that was happening. Another convention. I gotta keep using quotes because it's gonna seem weird if people watch this a couple of years from now and like, what are you talking about? Convention didn't happen. No, the obviously Zack Snyder did a interview, and he showed off the Black Superman suit clip, the actual clip from his upcoming Snyder Cut or whatever it's called, Zack Snyder's Justice League, I guess. So,
We
did you guys
should call this CoronaCon.
CoronaCon? There you go. No, because then people think it's just a convention for everybody that wants to catch the Rona.
Yeah, that's kind of, I don't know.
COVID-con.
I feel like things that are like that are a little bit tasteless.
Yeah.
Well, that way Eric doesn't have to keep doing his air quotes.
Mm,
I think everyone will know.
People are dying. Just let's not forget that.
So anyway, the black suit Superman. Anybody see the clip?
Yes.
No.
No.
Yes.
Oh,
I
okay.
did see the clip.
It's
But I thought that it had already come out in the deleted scenes, and they just kind of retouched it with the black suit.
I don't know.
Yeah,
that was
already out.
apparently that's from his original reel though, so that's the untouched
Okay,
version.
then maybe not. Maybe I'm thinking of something else. But anyways, I did see it. It was very brief and short, and it wasn't much, but I guess it's something to tease
Sure.
for coming out. I'm sure we'll get more in DC fandom in this upcoming month.
Oh, the fandom.
Fandom. Oh yes. Sorry for my mispronunciation.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
I think my favorite quote to come out of the interview was when they asked him if he was going to use any footage from Joss Whedon's version. He said he'd rather light his movie on fire than use anything from that version. I was like, oh, you're not salty at all, huh? So.
I thought he said he didn't want to use someone else's work.
Yeah, he said he'd rather light his movie on fire than use any... Well, he said anything from that version of the movie, and then he followed up with the quote of, like, I wouldn't want to use anybody else's work in my own. But the headline quote, come on, the clickbait quote is... It's better.
She's got to look it up real quick. Hang on. Fact checker.
No.
It just...
me.
It just... Oh, okay. It just looked like you were doing it right away.
No. Someone's
I'm curious.
I'm just going to text them and let them know I'm busy.
Okay.
I'm curious about the movie. I'm not against it, more power to the fans who kind of made this kind of happen, and the studio for allowing it to happen, I guess, with just that kind of push. It's just interesting to see, with recent, this kind of attitude where the fans have so much say in the movie.
We can kind of do a little mini sidebar on this if you want.
Yeah.
We haven't gotten a chance to talk about this since it went public a few months ago. I don't know if I'm for that. I mean, yeah, like you were saying, good for Zach, and he's getting to complete his his actual movie he wanted to do before the tragedy of his daughter happened. Mm-hmm. And he had to be removed from the movie. And the way exactly. They didn't let him have any say in the final product after he came back and all this. Yeah, so I feel good for him. But again, between this and the Sonic thing, I'm starting to get a little worried that studios are putting too much power in the hands of the fans. Like I don't want movies by committee. You know what I mean? That's what I'm scared about.
So you wanted original Sonic to happen? Is that what you're saying?
No, but I'm saying I don't. Well, that movie was okay anyway. It was fine. It wasn't great, but it's fine.
I mean, it was a Sonic the Hedgehog movie.
So. It was fine. It was okay. But I think the bigger point I'm trying to make is, like, every time something happens or something gets leaked or something, like they put a trailer out and it gets a visceral reaction online and a studio kowtows to it, like, I don't think that's good. I don't think that's healthy for a creative narrative for an artist or anything.
It's not.
Didn't work for Star Wars.
Not yet. Not until they.
Yeah, look how long it took for freaking Justice League.
Yeah.
I mean, you asked for the Justice League one too.
I did not.
You were afraid of your own power. You asked for it.
I did not. I was against the Snyder Cut, release the Snyder Cut from day one. I told people they're morons, so I ate crow.
You were against it?
Yeah, I ate crow the day that it happened.
I just saw all the tweets saying Snyder Cut, and I thought you were for it.
Oh, no. I was saying I couldn't. I never thought this day would come, and I'm eating crow now. Like, I was upset.
Got it.
Like, I was viscerally against that.
A lot of people are pushing for David Ayer's
Suicide
Squad.
This is what I mean. See, this is what's happening now.
This is kind of where it's going.
This is where it's going. Yes.
Yeah. And everyone has and I think there was another one that I saw.
It was the Whedon. It was the
the Fantastic Four one.
Oh, the Fantastic Four one. Yeah.
Fantastic Four.
For Josh Trank. Yeah. There's also
how far is too far.
There's also the Whedon cut of like Age of Ultron that had apparently 40 more minutes of footage, and there was like, I think right after the Snyder thing came out, that's when J.J. Abrams decided to like get in on the hype, the trending hype, and be like, yeah, well, I mean, my episode 9 was like 3 hours long, but Disney made me cut it. No, everybody's like, well, release that one then. I was like, it's never going to stop. Stop.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I kind of lean toward the side of don't give in to fan pressure.
It's like it's a slippery slope, I guess.
Yeah. Right. Because if you get enough momentum going in a certain way, you might get another property that you love ruined, because somebody has an opinion on it that they didn't like or something, you know what I mean? So, I don't know.
That's true.
What do you think, Michelle? You've been...
Hold on, you're cutting off a bit. It's just you. I don't know why.
Oh, sorry.
I mean, I feel like a lot of the stuff where when someone's like, "Oh, my original cut was like 4 hours long," isn't that basically just something that you would get in the director's cut when you buy the DVD or some shit if you're actually that big of a fan? Like, I don't think there's any point in asking for a release.
Yeah, so there's a director's cut, and then there's what Zach is getting to do, which is basically
cuts.
Zach is getting to redo the whole damn movie. Like, they gave him a budget. Like, what the?
Right.
So.
That's better.
Yeah,
I just kind of like to see how things play out, so I don't really care.
Yeah, it's a lot of seems like background corporate drama that happened.
I think the most infamous one, I think Gia will know this with me, is the saga of the 4 Blade Runner versions that's out there, the original Blade Runner, Gia.
Oh yeah.
So there was the theatrical.
Yeah, they're
then there was
coming out.
Yeah, then there was the extended. Then there was the director, and then there was the ultimate director's cut, which is the only one you can find on any streaming service now, which is supposedly his cut. Yeah, and then there's right. So there's like all these versions of this movie that is like nobody knows which one's canon anymore because they change like there's some significant changes in each of them, and it's nuts. That's another one of those things of like studio creator not meeting in the middle, and now we have conflict in 2 different versions of a property that so many people like or dislike. You know what I mean? I don't know.
That was a sidebar.
Yeah, that felt like a sidebar. Needed to be said.
What I'm trying to say. We'll see what happens. What I'm trying to say is, release the original Sonic movie. All right, let's move on. Hashtag release the Sonic cut.
Oh my gosh. I'm gonna get you banned.
Okay. It's gonna be hashtag release the Sonic.
The Sonic, yes, the Sonic.
Oh gosh, it looked like a Sonic.
All right, was there any more panels at Comic-Con at Home that you guys wanted to just hit on? Feature, talk about, maybe people missed, maybe you saw.
I wish Jeff was here, but there was one panel that I got to see, and I think he's looking forward to it. It's called Antlers.
It's a horror movie, right?
Yes, it is a horror movie. Yes, and it had the director, and it also had Guillermo del Toro, who's a producer, on that panel.
Oh, nice.
And they actually they talked about the movie, but they also talked about filmmaking, which was fantastic, and kind of how they read stories and watch movies, and just kind of to build upon their overall like being and who they are and the type of work that they get influenced by. It was really cool, such a really informative panel, so I really enjoyed that one. Let's see what else. There's a new HBO show called Lovecraft Country that's based off of H.P. Lovecraft's
I wonder
kind of story. Yeah.
I thought that Amazon Prime show was going to be Lovecraft. Did anybody ever watch that from last year? Did it get renewed? The one with Orlando Bloom?
Oh.
Oh, yes, it did.
Oh, the fairy one?
Yeah.
Yeah, it did, actually. I think they're getting a second season.
Did anybody ever watch it?
No.
No.
All right. I remember that original trailer, and I was like, this seems like it's going to be like a Lovecraft world or something. Like, it's so weird.
Well, I mean, if that's the whole Lovecraft world isn't kind of drawing you into it, the producers to the show are J.J. Abrams and Jordan Peele.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, it looks fantastic. I highly recommend you guys check out the trailer. It looks great. So, I'm looking forward to that.
All right.
Did we get is there a release date?
Yeah, I think it's August 16th.
Oh, coming up soon.
Yeah, it's right around the corner. Yeah.
Cool. Check that out.
Michelle, Katie, do you have any other ones you saw that you'd want to highlight or feature?
I mean, I saw a lot of them, but nothing really. I mean, the Doctor Who one I thought would be a little different, but it's about like this new thing that they're pushing.
The Time Lord Victorious.
Time Lord, Victorious, Which was kind of weird when they're explaining it, because I'm like, what is this? And they're like, it's a multi-platform story with like they're gonna cross it over with like comics and toys and games, and
What?
I'm just thinking they're trying to just cash in as much as they
Merch,
can. I didn't want to say that.
IP.
But I think they're just trying to do like a comic story with the 10th Doctor.
Okay.
Yeah.
That also will sell toys and games, and probably T-shirts.
Okay.
They've been heading that way for a while, though. They have like the novels, and they've had some like little one-off like comics. So I think they just finally kind of gave it a name and made it a whole thing.
Got it. So I mean, that was something. We'll see what happens with that. I didn't really see too many others yet.
So I saw a few. I mean, I obviously really liked the What We Do in the Shadows as well, and they've also been greenlit for season 3. They kind of talked about how fun it was having Mark Hamill on there, which he was a guest star last season, so that was cool.
Hardly recognized him.
Yeah, it took me a second.
Wait,
I had
what?
to squint, and then Mark
Which one
Hamill,
was he
Yeah,
in?
that episode was fantastic.
It's season 2,
Yeah.
Erik.
Oh, season 2. Okay, I just finished season 1.
Yeah. Did you catch the scene that?
Yes. What's
It's
that,
pretty
Gio?
hilarious.
The guy's name, I can't remember his name.
I can't either.
Barry's, I can't remember his name. He goes, that episode's so good.
He has some ridiculous name when he goes into like hiding. But yeah, that was a good one. But Bill and Ted was a lot of fun because I actually really love Bill and Ted. I don't really know why, because that movie was after like before my time, but I don't know. I think it's hilarious.
There's a split in the fan base on those movies. Like, there's a lot of people that love the first one and hate the second one. There's a lot of people that love the second one and didn't like the first one. I don't know. So, do you fall in that camp, or do you like both?
I mean, the first one has a lot of nostalgia for me. I don't hate the second one, honestly. I feel like they're just fun movies, so I'm not gonna really get myself worked up over that.
I like the first one more than the second one.
You know what it
is. That's just me.
No, it's great. I do really like the first one a lot, but I also don't hate the second one.
Yeah, I don't hate the second one.
That being said, this one it looked good. They have, I don't know, they had like the girls that are playing their daughters on there, and it was kind of cool how they talked about the whole process, I guess, of getting there. Apparently, I made Vin Smith cry, so I don't know. Do with that information what you will. But yeah, that one was a fun one. Just, I've been excited since they announced it, so I can't wait. But one of the other fun ones that I saw was the Phineas and Ferb panel, because I don't know, like I said, I'm a child apparently. For the new movie, the Candace movie, and they did give a date.
When is that?
August 28th.
Oh, cool.
It's
A month away.
on Disney Plus. Yeah, so pretty much right around the corner. And they also showed a clip from the beginning of the movie. So that was a lot of fun too. They had most of the cast. They had a good chunk. But yeah, so. And those are all the ones that I saw that I was actually excited about.
Right on. The only other one that I saw that I was obviously excited about was Kevin Smith, so that was just fun for me to watch. And like I said, he filmed it like basically like he did some production on it, and it was filmed like a stand-up special. So I was like, oh, this is kind of fun. He just told jokes and told stories, and then he showed a clip from his upcoming like B horror movie that he did, or that he shot.
God.
Did you see that, Gio? The trailer for his new movie, the horror movie that he did?
No, I haven't seen it. I'll have to check out that entire panel.
Okay.
Yeah, I really like his panels too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll have to check it out. I did see a lot of panels, and that was one of the ones that was on my list to watch. So
He's basically
started
started the set off by ripping on people who complain about standing in line for Hall H, because now we're the reason that we have the no Comic-Con this year.
That's funny.
He's like, you wanted no lines, you got no lines. This is what you got now.
That's actually pretty good.
I was like, damn, bro.
He made that same joke during Bill and Ted.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was on that panel?
Yeah, he hosted.
Yeah, he was.
Oh, I didn't even see. Oh, that's cool.
I told you. I even sent you a picture.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah,
your
wasn't
boy
paying
is
attention.
on here. He never does.
joke that good gotta be said twice.
It's a good joke. All right, so that was Comic-Con at home. Before we go, I mean, we can touch on it a little bit. I mean, are you excited? The Xbox had an event last week. Me and Gio probably the only two here on this panel that watched it. You excited, Gio, for Halo Infinite?
Yes, and I know there was a lot of people hating on what they showed because it wasn't on par with, like, I guess, graphical-wise, with some of, something that's coming out for the next...
I saw that. People are spoiled.
Yeah, I agree. The footage that I saw reminded me of original.
It looks like Halo 1, man.
Yeah,
and it's going to be an open world. Like, it's everything everybody's wanted from Halo. Like, I don't understand the hate. People are stupid. People are fickle.
Yeah, I'm excited
Internet
for it.
sucks.
It looked great. It looked good. I'm stoked for it. I always get hyped whenever I hear the music come on because it's such a good theme song. Yeah, it's so good.
Oh, jeez.
It's fantastic.
Oh my god.
Other than that, the whole showcase itself wasn't very great. There was nothing that sold me.
I love all the indie games are fun, but yeah, I hear you.
Nothing really like said, hey, I need to buy an Xbox.
What do you mean, Fable?
Right, because they didn't show any gameplay footage for it whatsoever. So, I mean, to me right now, as far as both PlayStation 5 and Xbox, nothing's really, calling me to have it on as a day one purchase or whatever it is.
Yeah.
But, you know what, maybe I'll just upgrade my PC and so that I can
play. There you go. So here's Sarah. I'll give my little rundown 2 cents of the whole event. I think this event, besides being just the Halo reveal, was them basically. Because I don't know if you noticed, every single thing they mentioned on there, all 28 games from all their studios, every single one's going to be available for Game Pass, which is $14.99 a month. That includes Xbox Live. Like, I think this whole thing was basically a showcase saying, like, yeah, we have a hardware component to this, but we really want to get you guys on the subscription service, and the more people they get for that, the more money they're going to make, because that's a whole lot of games if you think about it. Games are $60 to $70. Like, they're going to be $70 for the next gen. And think about $15 a month, and you have a catalog of over 1,000 games you can play, like AAA games. Like, I think that was their biggest push, reveal, like, kind of narrative strategy to this whole event and going forward. I think Xbox is killing it. I think Microsoft's killing it. I'm not going to get one because I have a PC, but that's the beauty of the Game Pass, is that you can have all those games that they mentioned. You can get them on Windows with the Game Pass, because they have Game Pass for Windows now too. It's the same thing. So it's an incredible deal.
That sounds pretty cool.
Yeah.
Actually. Game Pass.
No, Game Pass is ridiculous. Like, it is.
Game Pass is great.
They have tons of games.
I don't have it right now just because they have Minecraft too. They do have Minecraft.
You weren't playing with Michelle because you didn't have Minecraft.
Well, I don't have Game Pass anymore. This is my point. Yes. But anyway, that's my whole takeaway from it, and I think that people, if you're really truly into games that much and you play a lot of games, I think it's a good time to be a gamer, because there's some incredible deals out there on both sides of the table, so take advantage of it. All right, before we go, quickly around the room, we used to call this segment what did we used to call it? I don't remember. We used to recommend stuff for the people. What you're playing
game stuff for the people. Let's keep it like that.
Right, pick of the week.
Pick of the week.
But I'm gonna call an audible here. I'm gonna change it. The pandemic's changed things a little bit, so we're not always getting new stuff right now. We're reminiscing on a lot of old stuff. So I'm gonna call this new segment Something Old, Something New, and I want you guys to tell me something old that you've maybe revisited recently that you love, and something new that you found
you
that
can't
you're
just
also
bring
loving.
this on me.
I know. See, this is fun of doing a live recording.
Oh,
so,
God.
Gio, I'm sure you've had a lot to do as well. You know, you're working from home.
Where are my notes?
Where are my notes? Gio, is there anything you've recently revisited, something old and something new that you found that you're also enjoying as well? Do you have just quickly something you can talk about?
Yeah. So I've been playing. I guess along with everybody, there's video games have kind of been a lot of people have been playing a lot of video games, and this is new for me, but it's something old for a lot of people. Over the Steam summer sale, I bought A Plague Tale.
I heard about that. Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
and the graphics are amazing, and the story's really good. Gameplay itself is pretty simplistic. There's not a lot to it. It's a lot of sneaking around and basic stuff, but the story, it's very it really captures your attention, and it really drives the narrative forward, and it's very immersive, and I just really fell in love with that game, and it was a nice game to play, especially it takes place in like the 1830s during the Black Plague, so playing through it during an actual pandemic, it really hits home.
Yeah.
It really puts things kind of into perspective for like your do's and don'ts. So it was very interesting playing that. And then something new, this game is coming out relatively soon. And I got to play a little bit of the beta, and it's going to be free for PlayStation Plus members this coming up month. But the Fall Guys, it's the best way I can explain it. It's basically, if you've ever seen Takashi's Castle, which is the American version, it's called MXC.
Mm-mm.
No, Most Extreme Elimination. It was on FX a lot of times, and it's basically these challenges that you go through. Look up the trailer, play the trailer while I'm talking about it. But it's it's 60,
on the fly.
On the fly. No.
Wait, what is it called?
It's called Fall Guys.
Oh, Fall Guys. Okay.
Yeah, and it's a 60-player battle royale where you control this little bead-looking character
it's very animated.
Obstacles against 59 other players and try to make it to the end. And they have basically some of the games that they have, they're like lined up gates, and then some of them are fake gates. So you have like these bean characters running through gates trying to figure out which one's the correct gate to go through, and then you get caught up, and it's fantastic. I haven't seen a game like this in a while. I'm really looking forward to it. It comes out on August 4th. It's going to be a fun game to watch people stream, and to play. So I'm really looking forward to that. Highly recommend it. It doesn't involve a lot of skill. I mean, it does have some skill in it, but anyone can pick it up, and it looks just so much fun to play.
Cool.
Yeah, that's my new. Check it out. It's going to be so much fun. Highly recommend.
A new spin on a battle royale, just what we need in 2020.
Yeah.
Michelle, you got anything? Something old, something new?
For something old, I guess I've been...
It's like the wedding version of what we do. Something old, something new,
I
something
know.
borrowed, something blue.
Well, for old, I've been watching a lot of old stuff. I've been guiding you through Doctor Who, but I'm not gonna count that. It's new to you.
I'm not counting that
either. I've been rewatching a lot of just movies that I really like. A lot of rom-coms because they make me happy. It's just like my secret, my guilty pleasure. So I just was watching When Harry Met Sally the other night, which is like my absolute favorite. Because it's fantastically written. I will say this, like, it's well written, but it's also beautiful. But anyways, weirdly on a whim, I was just kind of bored one day, and I watched that new Netflix show Cursed. Because, fun fact, I actually really like medieval literature. So whenever a show comes out that's centered on Arthurian literature is medieval literature. So I always kind of like to see like these twists and how you take something that's so freaking old and kind of bring it to modern audiences. And I enjoyed it. It was, it's fun. I like it. They kind of give you a new perspective because Arthurian legends tend to focus on the men, whereas this one kind of gives you a new perspective by looking at a character that's lesser known, unless, like me, you had to sit there and read a bunch of medieval literature to get your your degree. But I don't know, it's kind of cool. I like that they're taking this and kind of making it, I guess, accessible to modern audiences. And like I said, that perspective where like the women kind of get a little more, rather than just always being the bad guys, which they tend to be. So yeah, that's my something new that I watched this week.
Cool. Katie?
Hold on, Eric. Just hold on. Before we leave, Michelle, for your something old, Michelle, you mentioned rom-coms. Have you seen Palm Springs?
Wait, that's my something new! God damn it.
Yes, I watched it when it came out.
Wait, it's my something new.
You have to watch this. And eventually he did.
Maybe I should have scripted this. You guys are All right, Katie, what do you got?
So let's see. I mean, something old, but I mean, it kind of came out newish. But I've been watching, the Avatar: The Last Airbender when it came out on Netflix. We watched that, so that's something old, and it's always nice. True. Always good. You get something fresh every time you watch it. Honestly, just the whole little things. And then I've been playing Breath of the Wild a little bit more, trying to get all the little skins or whatever, the patches that they came out a long time ago.
I have the Master Edition book if you want to do everything.
You can, what? You can put that in the mail.
Oh, okay, I'll put that in the same box. Okay.
Yeah, that'd be great. And then something new, I've just got recently Paper Mario.
I heard that was good. Yeah, okay.
So I've been playing through that. I'm not done with it yet, but it's fun actually. It's nice. It's fun. It's interactive. Really good graphics for even the little paper thing. Randomly, there's just like this water scene that goes through, and it looks like the most beautifully animated water I've ever seen. Just like for a second, but still, I was like, that was random.
That's cool.
And then I've also been playing Animal Crossing: New Horizons. They come out with a new patch that came out tonight.
I mean,
the
who hasn't?
New summer fireworks or whatever. Anyways, that's really fun too. It keeps me happy and sane, which is so important right now.
Mental health is good.
Yes. I see so many people out there who are like just going crazy, and I'm just like, what are you guys doing?
You're like, I'm on my Animal Crossing.
Stay inside. Like everything is like, look at these beautiful stars tonight in Animal Crossing. What are you doing?
Katie, you're the meme where it's the guy with the angry face going, no, you can't just lock me up and make me wear a mask, and you're like, Animal Crossing go.
Well, you know what? I wear a mask when I go outside and try not to spread anything any further. But it's a lot of politics and craziness going on right now.
We gotta visit each other's islands, Katie.
Dude, dream sequence that just came out. Yes, kid you my dream island. You have no idea what I'm saying.
So you guys both play it? Play it pretty good.
To visit.
Oh, sick.
You guys should. Can we record a gameplay video with you guys visiting each other's islands? That'd be fantastic to put up. That's some good content.
That's fine.
Yeah,
we can do that.
Yeah.
I have my
Let's work that out.
Okay. My island's not ready. I have a bunch of just random DIYs just hanging out. I gotta go like toss them or something.
How many hours have you put into it, Katie?
I'm not proud of it, so I'm not. It's more than 500.
Oh, what?
Wow.
You're making me look bad. I only had like 200 hours.
See, Michelle, you should get a Switch so you can do this.
So I've been touring a lot of other people's islands. That's most of my gameplay is me going to other Reddit islands of random people, and I'm just like, so it's not, my island is not very developed, but I have a lot of cool stuff from trades and stuff. It has its own economy. It's whatever. I'm not that into it. I can stop anytime I want.
How many beats do you have?
All of them.
All the beats.
Turnips.
Turnips. Sorry, whatever. I don't play the game. I just know there's some villain in the game called Tom Nook, and everybody wants to kill him. That's all I know.
Yeah.
He's not a villain.
I know he's not. I'm just kidding. All right, so yeah, my something new. You guys have already talked about it. I just literally watched it yesterday, so it's very fresh in my mind. It's Palm Springs on Hulu around that right now. I guess Michelle took me down the whole rabbit hole. I guess it was a Sundance movie, and it was supposed to be released, theatrically, and then they just basically sold it to Hulu. So I didn't know. I remember Michelle and I talked. She told me about it one day when we were on just a Skype call randomly, and she's like, "Yeah, I watched this thing. It was great." And I was like, "Oh, okay." And ever since then, I think it's the Google machine. Ever since then, it's been on my every time I open up Hulu, it's right there in the front, like recommended for you. Watch this now. And I'm like, "What is this movie that keeps coming up? I don't know what this is." So I asked Michelle. I'm like, "Yeah, is it good? Should I watch?" She's like, "Yeah, watch it. It's good." And so I finally did it yesterday. Had no idea what it was. I would recommend. I'm not going to go too much into it because I went in blind, not even knowing what this movie was, and I recommend people probably do the same because it'll temper your expectations and surprise you even more. So I will just say that I enjoyed the hell out of this movie. I haven't seen a lot of movies this year, but it's easily in my top 5 already for this year. I love it. It's a rom-com. It's really a kind of a dark comedy almost in a way. Yeah.
It's a rom-com.
It is, I guess. You're right. It's got the trappings of a rom-com, the normal structure. So you're right. But there's one element that I won't talk about that's in the movie that gives it its twist right away. You pretty much find out in the first 15 minutes what's going on. But I think that's what threw me off. I was like, oh, this is cool. I'm watching a rom-com, and yeah, there's what's his name, and he's doing his funny guy thing and being aloof and douchey. And I'm like, what is this movie? And then all of a sudden it takes that little twist. And the rest of the movie is that, explaining what's going on, these characters that are in this situation, how they're dealing with it, how they're coping with it, while getting to know each other more, usual rom-com stuff. But I think it's that one little element, that one little twist that gives it a little unique spin. And the ending's great, too. So that's all I want to say. I don't want to spoil too much, because literally even talking about the plot device they use in this would be a spoiler for the movie, I think. I think we can agree, those of us who have seen it. So I don't want to give that out. I don't want to give that out. Please go watch this movie if you haven't already. I think I'm pretty sure it flew under the radar. Like I said, I didn't even know what it was until Michelle told me about it, and then it got spammed on my Hulu front page for months. So if you have Hulu, go watch it. It's amazing. And then something old. I think I've talked about this on my stream, but when I'm not streaming, I downloaded Far Cry 5 because it was in the summer sale for Origin. I think it was Ubisoft.
Steam.
Something. It was one of those. It was like $6, so I downloaded. And yeah, I missed out on it. 2018, I believe it came out, or 2017. Fantastic game. Always been a fan of the Far Cry series, especially 3. That was my favorite. And then Far Cry 5, it's really good. It's about they don't name any states or counties because legally they can't. It's based in rural Montana, Wyoming area, that kind of place. And you're a deputy dropped into this situation where there's a cult leader who's taking over the entire county, basically, little by little, with his militia. And Far Cry's always been great with storylines and dialogue, and the interactions between all the characters are really, really interesting. And it's very religious based, which is, I always love things that kind of poke that dog a little bit, that religion dog that nobody ever wants to poke too much, and kind of satirizes it and kind of makes you look at things in a different perspective and think hey, this guy who's a cult leader in this game is saying a lot of the stuff that our religious leaders and pastors and stuff say on a daily basis. So it's kind of gets the wheels turning a little bit, So besides that, gameplay's, it's an FPS, but I just love going through this world. I'm only about 5 hours in, and I know it's like a 60-hour game, so highly recommend it. I'm pretty sure it's still $6 right now on all the download stores. So yeah, check it out if you're into something like that. Sounds like it would be up your alley. Take a look. Alright, so that's it. Thanks everybody for joining us. Appreciate it. Michelle, Katie, Gio, thank you for taking time out of your day to come by and talk about Comic-Con at home. Yeah, I got all my stuff ready. I thought we were, gonna be talking about our stuff. I got my tube, and I got my Entertainment Earth bag, and my badge, but I just didn't feel in the mood.
Where's your giant bag with your book? Where's that at?
With my book?
Yeah, the souvenir book. Where's that?
Oh.
Where's your souvenir with the bag that everyone always tries to exchange?
Oh, yeah.
Wow, your hair is long.
Oh, yeah, look at it. It's huge. Yeah.
Dang, look at that pony. You can put a little ponytail.
I can't get a cut. Look at Michelle's hair. She's
I'm telling you, the bowl cut, Eric.
I'm not doing no bowl cut.
I know your hair is long enough for the bowl cut.
I'm
I
not
didn't
doing
think
it.
Would be, but it is.
I'm not doing it. Oh yeah,
Do
it's
it,
super
dude.
long. It's terrible.
Do it for bits or whatever.
I mean,
Biddies!
there
Give
are
me the
some
biddies!
barbershops and stuff that are open now.
No, not in my area. Everybody's
You sure?
everybody's refusing to do it. Yeah, I checked. They're saying because they can only do it outside and they have to put up a tent, and that like they can only do haircuts, that because when the wind blows, I guess they'll blow the clippings and it's unsanitary, so they're not even doing it. So, yeah,
Just do the bowl. Get some clippers. It'll be fine. You'll be all right.
just do the bowl. I'm not doing the
Don't
bowl.
get the bowl, just get the normal buzz thing.
I don't have those
Put it on
either.
there and set it.
I wish I did. I wanted to do that weeks ago.
Go to Amazon.
Back in stock on Amazon.
Are they back in stock finally?
Yeah.
Go to
Maybe I will order
Amazon
one.
and get a buzzy thing. Yeah, we tried to
They've
go
been
to Target
sold
one time
out
and there's just
forever.
everything sold out. I
Yeah.
had to get it off Amazon.
Grab a colander, dude. Put your hair through it and just zoom right up the top, dude. Oh my god, it'd be fantastic.
All right, 100 sub goal.
100 sub.
Dude.
What are you at right now?
20,
Dude, you better
22.
put that in writing. You better put that in writing. We'll make it happen.
Hey, if I get 100 subs, that'll pay all my bills for the month. So I'll do it for that.
Get your clippers and then we'll talk.
Okay, we'll make it happen. All right,
We'll make it.
without further ado, I'm Erik. You can find me on Twitch, twitch.tv/erocker. I stream almost every day, and we have a good time over there. Like we've just been talking about. Maybe we'll have a sub goal where I shave my head or something, or do a bowl cut. I don't know. We'll see. Katie, you can find her Sisters Cosplay on Twitter. You can also find Michelle nowhere, so she doesn't want to be. She has her private accounts privated. And you can find, and actually, Michelle, you have something coming up. I think this week she's going to watch Umbrella Academy and then do a little mini review on our Medium page for it. So
Oh yeah, it comes out Friday.
yeah,
I'm gonna do a spoiler review since I never got back about getting into it.
yeah,
That's fine.
yeah. So you can find that on that link will be on on all our social media accounts. Since we don't have a true website yet, we're using our Medium page. Pretty sure it's medium.com/thatgeekshow. So, Gio, you can find him at Jhovani Estrada on Twitter and Instagram.
Yep.
And yeah, you can find us at That Geek Show everywhere. We're everywhere still. Still, I promise. So yeah, our new feature will be coming up soon. Michelle will be talking about Umbrella Academy too, and whether you should watch it or not, and give you all the spoilers for it. Look out for that coming very soon. Actually, probably a day or two after this is published. This will probably be going up on the 30th of July. Till next time, stay geeky, stay safe, wash your hand, wash your butt, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.